Too far. Ruined the surprise. And in fact, on that note, especially in terms of community, we want to announce, and this is going to come as a real surprise for you, although it was given away by 2 big trophies in the networking room, we want to announce another new partner that are coming on as of now, and actually it's not just one partner, it's a double header, because Portsmouth Football Club have at last come on board with Shaping Portsmouth, and they've brought Pompey and the community with them. And I'm really, really delighted with the support we are now getting from Andrew and all the team at Portsmouth Football Club. There's going to be some great things happening with them this year. We're going to be working on a programme to encourage women into physical activities and sport with Pompey in the community. But before we talk about that, to talk about Pompey in the community and the amazing facility that is the John Jenkins Stadium, please welcome Clare Martin. Oh, do you want the clicker?
I think before I start, we've got a very short film that Millstream have put together for us that kind of says everything that I can't say. So hopefully the film will be ready to go.
Dad was very well thought of in the community, and giving something back to Pompey in the community was a no-brainer for me. I had to do it.
I'm originally from Trinidad. When I joined the Navy, Portsmouth was my new home. When I left the Navy, I remained in Portsmouth. We wanted to give back to something, to a place that gave me the start that I actually have.
I feel truly humbled by what they are doing and how they are doing it, and it's a privilege for us to do work with them.
Pompey Community is a registered charity, and although we're affiliated with Portsmouth Football Club, largely our funding comes from the local community, fundraising, and some of our corporate business sponsors as well. We, at the moment, are spread quite far across the city, and we will still have that breadth, but the John Jenkins Stadium will become a hub for the community.
We need people that can make a contribution. That might be donation of materials, it might be time.
With the John Jenkins Stadium, we've got to this point by having so many organisations support us. Now we're asking the community to come and support us again. We'd love as many businesses to get involved and the wider community to support us to help finish this community hub.
Phase 1 is complete, which houses a community hub, boxing gym and changing rooms, as well as 2 fantastic all-weather pitches. And we're now looking at how best to complete the remainder of the building.
For us, the phase 2 will actually enable us to be more self-sustainable. So with the bar and cafe, that will definitely bring in that extra income. Being able to be part of that wider community that Pompey already is, we need to bring all those people here at John Jenkins Stadium to really feel that.
I'm really excited about working with Pompey in the community. We wanted to provide them with a stadium that they could be proud of. We discussed how we could create that visual impact for them. We've tried to provide them with some signage. Part of that visual impact is providing that wow factor. When people arrive at the stadium, they can see these flags flying and they can truly see that, yes, we've arrived at John Jenkins Stadium.
We came in at a really pivotal point. We offered something that money cannot buy. We kitted out all the washroom services. We gave all the contracts as well for free.
We do all the monitoring of the John Jenkins Stadium. Our suppliers, Hike Vision, they come along, they gave us a load of product for free. We gave all of our labour for this place for free. My staff come in at weekends and worked here because they wanted to help the community and feel safe.
For a lot of businesses in Portsmouth, being connected with the Pompey family, the Pompey brand, Portsmouth Football Club, therefore, why not do your social value with such a heart of the city?
We aren't necessarily known in England, unfortunately, so the best idea was, let's put eyeballs on our brand, and the best way to do that was to work with the charity side of it as opposed to working with the football side of it, whilst giving back as well.
We're quite connected within the city as well, so there are a lot of charities and organisations that already work with us. And for the people that live in Portsmouth, Football is so huge, and we have such a huge following for Portsmouth Football Club that actually being connected to their local charity will absolutely be a key to that.
Pompey in the community is the backbone of Portsmouth. It's the hub.
I find volunteering personally very rewarding.
If we can't look after the future of our city, we haven't got no chance at all.
Quite nice to know that we are making a positive difference.
We'd love as many businesses to get involved and the wider community to support us to help finish this community hub.
That film always brings a tear to my eye. I've watched it several times and was told to watch it lots, and then I wouldn't actually cry, and luckily that's worked. The generosity and the selflessness and the kindness of those people is what's got us to this point. January 2020, we had a fully costed plan. Then the world changed. And obviously, you know, all the impacts, Brexit, COVID, everything, just to complete was no longer feasible. We started, and as many a mastermind hostess guess, I guess we started, so we had to finish. So we were left with a semi-finished building, pitches that were almost usable, and we launched the Pompey Big Build, and those people came together to support us to get what we call phase one finished. So there, you look at that facility. I keep looking at it and think it's the artist's impressions, but no, that's really how it looks. It's amazing. So the boxing gym is fully functional, the pitches are working, all of the front of the building, which is the changing rooms, the boxing gym, the potential dance and drama studio, which we've repurposed at the moment into a temporary cafe. Everything is up and running. At the moment, some weeks we have over 2,000 people accessing our facilities, and we're not there yet. But the building doesn't make sense as it is. So we've got that shell, you've seen the shell, and we need to get it finished. At the moment, we've got a facility at Anson Road where we're busing our students back and forth, and we're busing our staff back and forth. We need to complete that hub so we can fill those classrooms and then backfill everything at Anson Road with all the other projects we not only do, but we want to do. We work with every charity that you've seen today. Minstead was a part of my childhood. When Minstead Trust was formed, it was Minstead Lodge in the New Forest, and people were nicking stuff off the roof and things. So my dad got a call, move your family in, and we lived there for a whole summer. We slept in the library as a family. We roller skated around the main hall. It was just phenomenal. And I formed friendships there that last to this day. So to have Minstead in Portsmouth, to me, is just amazing. So I wasn't supposed to say that, but I just love it. Timing is perfect for this. For those of you who don't know, next month they're relaunching or launching the Procurement Act. So within that act, if you're tendering to a statutory organisation, you have to give something back to the community. The big difference is that the legal requirement for public sector's buyers will shift from contracts given to what they call MEAT, M-E-A-T, most economically advantageous, to MAT, which is the most advantageous. So suddenly, it shouldn't be just about the money. It's about what the wider benefits are that that company can give to the community in which that tender is happening. And that's what partly we'd like to deliver on. Some of it can be altruistic. It doesn't, you know, that most of those people aren't doing it for what it does for them. You know, they're doing it for what it does for us and the community. I should have clicked through, but I didn't. That's Pompey in the community. Those of you who don't know, we sort of start at 3. We do inclusion, education, coaching, health, all the fluffy stuff on a match day, the mascots, the flag wavers, and a whole lot more. But I'm not going to dwell on all of that because we could do so much more when we get finished. That's the Procurement Act. And as I say, for once, it's not about the money. It's about giving back to the community. So the film illustrated where we've got to. So at the bottom, you can see the community pitch at the back. There are 5 shells. Everything's dry, everything's almost done. I have to go there every day and go, oh my goodness, if only we could get it finished. Hampshire Flags, again, love you, Rod, have done some graphics for us to show what those classrooms could look like. If you imagine, if you're in Portsmouth, you know, Pompey is the magnet that gets the youngsters, to get those disaffected people, to get the people engaged in the first place. Once we've got them through that brand, we can do anything with them. We ran an interwork program with people who've been out of work for a year or 18 months. Hooked them in with the Pompey Grand. By the end of 10 weeks, 62% of those people were back in full-time employment. I mean, unheard of results, but we can't do it unless we're finished. This is upstairs. So this will be our community cafe and hub. So this is where our dementia group will meet, our special needs adult will meet, our walking footballers will come and congregate. To me, the football, that's part of it. That football is the hook. Once we've got them, we'll run workshops afterwards. It's about the socialisation. It's about the coming together. That football is a language that to a lot of youngsters, and especially youngsters in this city, speaks that no other language speaks. This is what it could look like. Now, that balcony is 22 metres long, overlooks the community pitch, then the allotments, then Portsdown Hill, and then the world beyond. And it's like an oasis in the middle of the city. And my ambition is, I'm 60 in September. My birthday present is going to be sitting on that balcony with a cup of coffee. It was going to be from the Prosecco, but dry January, it's a cup of coffee. So, to move on. I've got a vision. I think it's nuts, but it's a vision. So, the Pompey Big Build relaunch. I've got a contractor, or we're hoping to get someone just to join it all up. So the M&E is done, all those things that need to happen all over the building are completed. And then, it's kind of like Dave knew I was going to do this presentation because he's given me a phrase that I didn't expect to hear this morning, which is the new phrase of shaping community over competition. So those 5 learning spaces downstairs could be the Lansec Learning Zone next to the Mountjoy Classroom, next to the University of Portsmouth Workshop. I don't know. But if you guys out there will help, I know we can do it. I don't need Nick Knowles. He just does it for the telly. Let's do it for the city. Let's do it for our community. Let's do it for me. I just need help. I've never stood anywhere and just gone, help. But if there's anyone out there who can make a cup of tea for our volunteers, it happened last time. Wix gave me the paint for the changing rooms. My 58th birthday, I remember it well, I spent painting with a team of people from the Royal Navy who just said, yeah, we'll come in and help. We had our walking footballers painting, I had some of my trustees painting, we had Bisco's painting, and through that we got the changing rooms done. The utility came along and said, Claire, we'll do the solar. All that solar in that picture is now there and it's working. You know, you saw the CCTV, you saw the other things. We're going to have we've got a little wood over in the back. We're going to have an environmental classroom in there. We're going to do that green bit, talked about sustainability. My idea would be a literacy hub. Let's have a literacy hub in the little wood with our eco hub so kids can sit in the woods and write about it and just be a part of the outdoors. I know we can do it. So there's going to be, one second, that QR code. That QR code says, I'm in. I want to do something. I want to make a coffee for volunteers. I want to bring a cake to help them. I want to paint a wall. Or, I'm a company. It doesn't have to be a building company. We can put a value to each of those classrooms. You can help us, someone else. We can name that classroom. Right now, we'll name it for eternity. I really don't care. But let's just do it and help me, and let's do it together because it's not for us. It's for Portsmouth, and we need to get it done because I'm 60 in September and I need a decent birthday present. Thank you.
Well, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm in. I'll do it just for Claire, to be honest. What Pompey and the community do, and they deliver, is quite fantastic within our city, and I think they've probably touched all of us in some way, shape or form. So if you're not involved yet, please do get involved.